Howdy folks, it's Baldy Chris again. I've got a bit of momentum behind me with this, what was intended to be my secondary series of using the playing as each of the characters. I'm going to be playing as the hunter this time, I think. Yes, I have unlocked both her alternate outfit and alternate weapon as well. Which must mean I've completed her pass twice now. See how we get on this time round. So yeah, this is the last one of the four basic starter characters. Hopefully you've watched my other videos on the other ones. I haven't organised them all into the appropriate playlist just yet, but I will do that in due course. So yeah, I'll quickly have a chat through what this one's got. I do quite like this one. The dog, and you can pat the dog, is a pretty useful addition. So she starts off with a companion represented by the tennis ball there. And what the dog does, he will occasionally dig up things like hearts, keys, blanks, those kind of things. That's in addition to the regular drops that you get from clearing rooms. And another really valuable thing that he does as well is that he will bark at any mimics. There are, I think, any mimics, but definitely specifically the chest mimics. Thus making it very difficult to get caught out by the mimics, which in your early days they can be tricky to spot and can catch you out, and the dog basically prevents that from happening. So we've got two starter weapons as well. Just an infinite ammo pistol, like most of the other characters have, and then a crossbow with depletable ammo, which is a bit stronger. It's not particularly fast firing weapon. So I think I'm mostly talked shite there rather than actually talking through anything related to the Gungeon game itself. Did talk about the character's abilities a little bit. We never saw the dog dig anything up for us. Didn't even get to see the boss. Don't think we even found the boss room, did we? Or if we did, then it was just kept on hold, waiting to build up our strength, which we did the exact opposite of. Okay. Did I get no cash for that room at all? That was very Scrooge-like of you indeed. Yeah, I'm sort of wondering a little if, oh god, already with the stupid hits and forcing myself into a corner as well. I mean, the corner does offer some level of cover. Right, that key, that was a rune drop rather than the dog, but let's pat the dog anyway. Yeah, I'm wondering whether this starter pistol is doing less damage than some of the other starter pistols within the game, since it seems to... I mean, maybe it's just me, it's actually quite late now, maybe I'm getting a little tired having done several of these videos already today, and losing whatever edge I normally have, or maybe it just doesn't do quite as much damage. There, he's dug us up something, good boy. So Guan stone, good boy, give him a little bit of fuss. Yeah, if you manage to beat the past as this character, and her past is relatively easy to do. I think I did it first time that I found it, without any kind of preliminary understanding of what might happen during it. I was just able to do it, but straight off the bat. I mean, not blowing my own trumpet there by any means. Like I say, it's relatively straightforward, and if you can get to the point of being able to enter a character's past, it means you've already beaten the game at least once, and put all 4 constituent parts of the bullet that can kill the pass together, so you know it's not like you're a complete rookie player or anything like that. And some of the pasts are relatively straightforward. Hers is fairly straightforward, others are a little bit more difficult. God, stop taking these stupid hits. Really? And to think I normally like playing as the hunter as well, doing quite bad work here. Doing well for keys at least, so this has actually solved the usual first floor dilemma. 4 keys will be enough to open the usual chests that appear on the floor. Might be some extra chests as well, but the regular 2 that you're going to get, and also open the oubliette as well. Oh, for goodness sake! Again, depending on whether I survive long enough to make it there. So we have had a chest already, and like I say, we've got good amount of keys, so I'm going to open that straight away. Ghost bullets. I think that means, as it says, you can shoot through an enemy. It'll damage the enemy as expected, but it'll also continue on its way and potentially hit a second enemy behind it as well, so you can shoot a whole line of them if they've considerately lined themselves up for you, which is a little bit unlikely, but you know, some tight spots where they swarm you, it can be the case that happens. Don't fancy digging me up some health, do you? So yeah, they're lined up a little bit there. Oh, that was pretty satisfactory, yes. Right, you didn't dig it up, but I'm going to pat you anyway, and it's not health, but it's a sort of, well, it is a shield, it's just not necessarily an effective one. And it's gone already as well, so once again, straight down to no health on the first floor, which is just embarrassing. That's it. You know, you could genuinely think I'd never played this before based on the gameplay standard I'm showing playing as the hunter. I got all the way to the dragon with the pilot. Right, I don't really fancy the ice bomb. I hate doing it, but I'm going to buy health just to prolong this run a little tiny bit, hopefully. It's kind of like I've sort of got minimum standards. Generally, I'd probably expect to clear the 3rd floor on any given run. I didn't quite manage it with the Marine, I did manage it with the pilot and the convict. Some players out there that will be more or less able to guarantee a victory every single time they play, and even potentially taking it to bullet hell as well. I definitely can't do that. But I really would like to think that by now I could get myself off the 1st floor pretty much every time, even in challenge mode. But I've already failed to do it once in this video, unless of course I just trim off the first half of the video, but now I've set it on the audio soundtrack, so I can't even cover my tracks properly. Rookie behaviour all round. Right, so we're up to the boss fight. What am I going to use? This lowercase r is an amusing weapon, because it says bullet, but it doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Fires very quickly, but doesn't do much damage. It's piercing rounds, of course, so with the 2 of them lined up in the first instance. There's an outside possibility of actually hitting them both at once, rather than the usual tactic of having to try and focus on one and then the other. Right, of course, yes. I was about to say, this gun says different things if you've got bullet modifiers, and of course, I have got a bullet modifier, so it's already doing it. It's right, saying spooky and whatever else it was saying. So yeah, that works better than I expected it to, actually. It's been very generous with the keys here. That's 6 keys I've had on the first floor. I mean, that's almost unheard of. And there was the distinct possibility of me dying before I got to actually put them to any use. Right, okay. Why have I got an extra heart container there? Oh, because I did get a flawless victory and pick up the master round. It's just not filled because I had empty heart containers going in the first place. Right, what am I doing? I'm going to look for secret rooms very quickly. Might as well use this gun because it's got such high ammo. Not there. Where's the other chest room? Is that the one? Didn't seem to be exit area. Yeah, there we are, that looks like it. And despite having all the keys in the world, well, several, we've got a chest that doesn't need a key. And the unfinished gun, which is fairly inaccurate from what I remember. This is what's supposed to be my main quest, is to get this replaced by the finished gun by unlocking all the items, which just as a reminder, if you haven't seen all my other videos, and if not, why not, I demand to know. But if you're watching at all, I'm grateful, thank you. Yeah, I need 2 more items to reach the finished gun, which sounds like I'm close, but they are specifically items that can only be obtained through the rat fight, which I'm not very good at. So it could be, despite what potentially might be an incredibly short series, is likely to be one that's perhaps infinite. So yeah, we've opened up the oubliette there, so let's just go down to it. See how we get on after the false start of the first floor death, which is still embarrassing me now, and the nearly doing it a second time as well. We have at least improved our position somewhat. We'll use the unfinished gun for a little bit. Got it, might as well. It'd be nice if it did actually hit something. Okay, yeah, I'm forgetting, got the ghost bullets as well, which should, situations like that, go through the first enemy and hit a second, possibly third. Help out a little bit. Just had a warning flash up on my screen, I don't know if you'd have seen it, that's just warning me that my controller battery is on the low side. Now, most games tend to just enter pause mode if it does run out of battery completely. This one doesn't, and it's caught me out before now where sort of deep in the middle of a boss fight or something like that, the controller just switches off and the game carries on. And yeah, there's just me leaping across the living room in a mad panic trying to swap over to the other controller and get the game restarted, or put myself back in control of the game before I get properly killed off, just being unable to do anything. So I might have to take a little break just to swap over to a controller that's hopefully got better charge than this one. I tend to keep one plugged in at all times, so it's charging up when the other one's being used, which I don't know, is potentially bad for them in the long run. I don't know. Probably I should have enough to get to the end of a floor, assuming I can play well enough to get to the end of the floor. I think this is the first time I've been to a secret floor during my little rundown of the individual characters. And the oubliette is noticeably harder than the first floor. It's probably harder than the second floor as well. Vampire Lady, if I had hearts to sell, which I don't really, and there's only half a heart available for sale in the shop. So while you can profit if there's full hearts, she will only pay me 24 per half heart, so it's a break-even situation. There's really not much point doing it unless there's a full heart for sale. Jolter, I haven't seen a Jolter in ages. I can't afford it either unless I sell some hearts. I can't 100% remember what it does. Presumably knocks things backwards quite impressively. There's the old crest. Haven't seen that in a little while. Like I say, haven't been in the oubliette for a little while. So I walked straight past the doorway there. Come back, mushroom. Come back and be put to death. There's some health. Okay, I haven't had any keys in a little while. Haven't thanked the dog in a little while. So I'll hold off opening the chests just to see if there's going to be a better one come along. Well, I don't think we've had anything spectacular in terms of the chest categories just yet, so there is still the potential to get a really good one. Right, that's about to run out. I might go back to using the lowercase r again, which, if you get that with Gunslinger, it becomes pretty powerful because it starts firing rockets rather than bullets. I don't know if it actually says rocket. I think it does. It doesn't fire quickly, but it does do a decent amount of damage with the rocket fire. But yeah, it seems to be pretty good with the ghost bullets anyway. I don't know if that's buffed its strength as well as making it say something a bit different. Okay. So the animation's saying blam when it hits the enemies here as well, isn't it? It's like one of the really old episodes of Batman. Kapow! And all that sort of jazz. Yeah, there's lots of nice little touches in this game like that, although sometimes you just focus in a little bit too much on avoiding taking damage to actually notice the little details like that. But Yeah, it's a very well put together game. I know the graphics are obviously deliberately retro, but it's not as if it's a game they didn't take a lot of care with, and sort of building up the whole lore behind it as well. Okay, that was sooner than expected. Try not to walk into the pit. Okay, another ammo refill. Have we got anything? Let's top that up as well. Can you dig me up something? It's rather stupidly shooting at the bodies on the floor rather than the enemies, but did at least pierce through to a legitimate target. Yeah, harking back to the sort of nice little touches everywhere, there's so many weapons and items in the game, and they're nearly all a pop culture reference of some kind going on. So just from that point of view, they put a lot of effort into building everything up together. So that's both chests, blue and brown, so pretty low level. Got 3 keys now, might as well open them. What's that? That's the fossilized gun. Yeah, I had that recently as well, and managed to set myself on fire with it very unhelpfully. That's silver bullets. Okay, that's going to confuse the lowercase r, because we've got a synergy with it of some kind as well. So yeah, I think it says die werewolf die when you fire silver bullets, but since it's got ghost bullets as well, I don't know if it's gonna sort of just have to pick and choose between them. Right, emptied everything out so far. Was there anything worth having in the shop? No. Yeah, I think I'll do without the jolters, just see how we get on with the lowercase r for the time being. So yes, answered my question there. It is saying both. Die werewolf die and spooky and all sorts of other bits and pieces as well. Oops. Blessed, it's like the rubbish tattoos that you see people have. Right, 1 hegemony credit, that's a bit bloody tight. Loads of keys, how are we getting so many keys in this run? And it's not from the dog. And is that Sprun? It is. Now, Sprun is a slightly odd thing. If memory serves, it will give you a bonus of some kind when you do a certain thing, but it doesn't let you know what that certain thing is. Yeah, it transforms into a powerful weapon under mysterious circumstances. It did not appear to be reloading, which is one of the things that can do it. Is it the wind gunner that it turns into? I'm really not sure. I haven't seen it in an absolute age. But yeah, if you can figure out what it is that... why am I checking for secret rooms using an infinite ammo weapon? That was daft. Doesn't look like it's there. Where's the other chest room? Pick something with a slightly more rapid rate of fire. That's cracking, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, health, which we did need, and a chest, which needs a key, but thankfully we've got several. What have we got here? A Rubidyne prototype. Yeah, I mean, this is... mentioned the pop culture references earlier, I think a pun on Cyberdyne, the company that makes the weapons and Skynet and Terminators in the Terminator franchise. With the It Never Quits as well, because Arnie never quits. Alright, let's go get the old crest as well. I'm not necessarily going to go visit the Abbey, but it acts as a bit of armour, it's free to pick up, so might as well. Let's head off to the second floor. The proper second floor, the real second floor, rather than the second level by virtue of entering a secret room. And I'm quickly just going to change over the controller as well, so excuse me a moment. Okay, hopefully that's all now back and up and running, and you can hear me properly again, and I might try and edit that out of the, the video. Still getting used to Share Factory to actually figure these things out. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty easy to use so far, but I haven't really done anything terribly sophisticated with it, just trimming off little bits of videos here and there. It's kind of weird, when you first use it, it makes you put on an intro and outro thing, but then lets you cut them off again. I don't know why it doesn't just let you make the video without using it in the first place. Slightly odd. But yeah, so if I remember to, I will try and trim out that little microphone controller changeover bit. Right, okay, I thought I'd killed everything. I should know better, it's only when all the money flies towards you that you have killed everything. Right, so we've got a mini boss off to the left. I'm not gonna go into that with the old crest unless it's unavoidable. What do we have here? We've got a ration, which tops up your health a little bit. I think 2 full hearts, and I don't need it just yet, so I won't have that. I think you only even need to actually hold it, so if your health runs out and you've got it held as your active item, it will automatically use itself as well, so you won't die while holding it. The chaff grenade's interesting because you can actually steal things using that, which would be the first opportunity I've had since I started doing these videos to actually nick something out of the shop. The C4 I'm not really asked about, but the chaff grenades are a definite maybe. It kind of depends what there is available to nick, basically. Is this the altar room over here? It is, yay! So, I haven't taken a hit, so you get to see me place the crest upon the altar. Which, yeah, opens up the entrance to the Abbey there. I'm not going to go into it until such time as we've cleared out the rest of the floor, if indeed we go into it at all. Simply because it's quite a powerful boss in there, so there's no real guarantee that I'll get past it. Particularly with the dying on the first floor that I've already managed to do in this run. Well, not this run, but the run preceding this one. Not seen it be this generous on keys for a while. I'm not complaining, just observing. So this should be a chest room, and yeah, synergy chest with a fuse. We'll get that opened before it does some badness. And that's the vertebrae K47. I've had that recently as well. Seems to be, considering the hundreds of guns that are available in this game, seems to be picking up the same few recently. And I don't think that synergized with anything, did it? You can tell because it links them together in your Ammonomicon if you've got items that do synergize with one another. It'll also show a blue arrow above your head as you pick them up, but I didn't notice that happening. So maybe it will just synergize with something else that we might be about to encounter. Now it looks like we're out of options but to go face the, it's going to be Fusilier. The fact that there's a warning, yeah, you just know it's going to be Fusilier, and oh, it's now a little bit confusing. The vertebrae K47 bullets are linking together and bouncing all over the place, and it's getting hard to tell my projectiles from its. Oh, there we are, I did get hit. I was going to say I was doing quite a good job of weaving through the maze of bullets there. One here, that's not too bad. Hopefully make that back. When we've got heart health, I'd have rather got the armour back. Never mind. Another key. Again, a measly 1 hegemony credit. A map which, if there is a secret room, should show it. There is, it's got a key in it. Really not going to go short of keys on this particular run, are we? Don't know if I want to actually use a blank getting a key when I've got so many. I mean, you can never have too many keys. There's a map for sale as well. I mean, that would definitely be a stupid purchase when we've already got it. Do I want the rat key? Oh, I could steal the rat key. I've got the chaff grenades available. That could be a plan. Yeah, alright, well we'll do that. So go get the chaff grenades. I think this is going to add curse to us by stealing things. Technically I could actually now use them to steal off him as well. But the ration's an active item, so I'd be forced to drop the chaff grenades in order to pick up the ration. Which it seems like poor practice, really. But yeah, let's use a chaff grenade and steal the expensive item, which he won't notice. If I try to steal a second item, the first one is guaranteed. The second one, I think, is something like a 90% chance of failure, and then he'll shut up his shop for good. And it won't appear again on the 3rd floor or the 4th floor. It also wouldn't appear on the 5th floor, except that he doesn't have a shop on the 5th floor anyway. It's replaced by the blacksmith's forge. So yeah, while I don't mind upsetting the other vendors, sort of taking a risk at nicking a second item off them, because if they disappear, well, you weren't too likely to see them again anyway. But you can't do without the shops. Well, if you're in rainbow mode, you kind of have to. Well, actually, no, the shops are there, but they just have far more limited range of things for sale. So yeah, I stick by my comments. You're going to want the shops to be available, so you don't want to go upsetting the shopkeeper. Bello, I think his name is. This piercing effect for the ghost bullets is a bit less evident from the vertebrae K-47. Doing a decent job though. There's some floor traps there, which thankfully I got walked over before they caught me. See them there? Just they're not easy to see. I think that room's absolutely filled with them. Do I need to go there? Thought everything was dead. Okay, no mimics so far. What do we have here? Laser sights. That should make me devastatingly accurate, even with something like the unfinished gun. So yeah, I am going to have to go through that trap room, but yeah, just to get towards the boss fight. So have I had both chests so far? Oh, there we are. Yeah, another key. Wow. But I mean, thank you, good dog. So, yeah, I don't. If I've still got blanks left at the end of this boss fight, I probably will take the key that's hidden in the secret room, because why not? Ew. Not much room to manoeuvre in here. Like I say, this room absolutely filled with traps, and I would just as soon not step on any of them. Another key! Bloody hell. I mean, I must have had about 10 so far. Wish I could guarantee that happening every time. So keys are the one thing you can't guarantee getting in this game. Okay, you didn't have a shit hot weapon for sale, did you? No, and nor did Chalk. So what I'm gonna use as my boss killer. Maybe the lowercase r again. I've never thought I'd be using that as a boss killer because it's normally quite rubbish, but been alright so far. And I'm going to drop the chaff grenade as well, so hopefully that'll put this guy off actually seeing me at all. Doesn't look to have confused him too much really, does it? Oh, got hit, damn it. No flawless for me. But yeah, something fast firing is what's needed against this guy, particularly with the rockets that home in on you. So slow powerful weapons are all well and good, but yeah, fast fire. Another key, wow. Did the dog just bark? Does that mean there's a pedestal mimic around? Okay, that's obviously not going to die. It's quite useful to be able to set enemies on fire. Unfortunately that's not a terribly powerful weapon. Trying to work out how to actually get into that secret room. Must be from there. I say it must be. That's what looks most likely. Oh yeah, there we are, there's the crack in the wall. Didn't notice that happening. So we'll have yet another key. 6. That's a ridiculous number. Still, it is good to know that if I come across anything that needs unlocking, I'll pretty much do it. That if I stick to the main floors now, that will cover off all the chests left before the dragon. So yeah, I don't think there's a lot else to do on this floor really, is there? There wasn't a vampire in there. No, let's just head... Oh no, I can head to the Abbey. And I think I will do that. That was up by Chalk. Yeah, so that would have been a trophy if I hadn't already unlocked it for actually accessing the Abbey. You can't just unlock it, you have to actually go into it. Which, first time you do it, is probably a bit of a death sentence. I think when I did do it for the first time, I got to the boss, which pleased me, but it killed me in no uncertain terms. Right, let's try the unfinished gun and see if it is more accurate with this laser sight now. Looks to be. Not super accurate, but you know, it's just cleared the room and fires relatively fast. Seems to pack a halfway decent punch, and it's got plenty of ammo in it. Might as well use it rather than just have it and not use it. Jammed enemies, they just appear naturally in the Abbey. More so if you've got curse, but even if you're uncursed, you will still see jammed enemies in here. Now there are 2 guaranteed secret rooms on this floor, most often coming out the chest rooms. If you've got blank bullets, which is a great modifier, it makes it very easy to find out, because you can just fire off your infinite ammo pistol until such time as it randomly triggers the blank effect, which hopefully would come up sooner rather than later. I wondered what was still alive. Yeah, so the blank effect will get triggered sooner or later, and then that will open up the secret room. So all you got to do is just fire. And you will find those secret rooms. Obviously, well, I say obviously wasn't in this room. I don't seem to have cracked any walls, and I didn't have armor, which would have triggered a blank effect on taking that hit to reveal it. But yeah, I think we'll just test the walls in the chest rooms and see what we get. Ooh. This guy, I don't know what type of enemy that is, but it seems to be able to mimic my dodge rolls and stuff like that, which make him quite hard to hit. It's probably a complaint all the enemies have about me. Alright, I've got some more ammo. I might put it in, yeah, I'll put it in the lowercase r, just because it's been better than I've rated it as being. Oh, we can buy some keys, thank goodness for that. I was running short. Actually, I suppose I've gone to an extra floor, there will be extra chests to unlock. Could chaff grenade it and nick it. What weapons you got? Triple crossbow, shall I nick that? Yeah. Sorry, dude. Yeah, he kind of, like I say, your second attempt to steal is largely doomed to failure. That's for every floor that you're on, so you get a reset when you go to the next floor down. Oh, stuck in a corner and doorway. My special move is getting stuck. It's not a very useful move, if the truth be told. some might say distinctly counterproductive, in fact, and they'd be absolutely right as well. Not really 100% sure what this triple crossbow is doing. Puts a little pink thing above their head. I don't know what the significance of that is, so look it up quickly. None the wiser. Yeah, as I think I've mentioned before, check the wiki. It will give you a much more detailed explanation than the Ammonomicon. Let's maybe try a different weapon here, since we've got some jammed big boy there. There we are.
Die, werewolf, die. Blessed. Spooky, blessed.
Yeah, there's one weapon in the game, I think it's called the Heck Blaster, which is Earthworm Jim's weapon. Oh, the dog's got me a key. Good boy. Loads of keys. Yeah, it's Earthworm Jim's weapon. It's got a huge magazine on it, fires very rapidly, doesn't do a great deal of damage, slowly recharges like it does in the Earthworm Jim game. But it will de-jam jammed enemies, so that is a definite plus point to having that weapon. Reloading it entirely the wrong moment there. But yeah, I don't like the jammed enemies, and the boss of this floor, as well as having like a million hit points before he'll die, fires jammed rounds as well, which deal double damage. Presumably he can actually be jammed himself as well, so he's got even more health. But yeah, jammed rounds are definitely one to avoid, because they deal double damage. And oh, there we are, there's a wall mimic in here. I didn't notice the dog alerting me to it. Don't see wall mimics very often. It's dropped me an item at least. Mixed blessing there. I think that's ups ammo capacity. Yes, it does. For every weapon I've got. So that's where it was hiding, in that little niche there. So I must have shot it to wake it up. I don't know if it got me with a jammed round or just a regular one. Certainly got me. Right, okay, so hopefully there's... There we go, a secret room. I've got loads of blanks. There's Brother Allburn. Allburn. Have I ever spoken an untruth? Yeah, I mean, all the time. Quite honestly, it doesn't matter what you say to this guy, he just believes it to be true, whatever. And then lets you open his chest, which I don't think you need a key for, but let's get it open. What is that? Is that the grenade launcher? Yes, it is. With increased ammo as well. That does a good deal of damage, but fires very slowly and is quite easy to run out of ammo as well. But I might use that against the boss here. We've got Brick Breaker as well, which I'm less fond of, but again, that's might be useful against the boss fight, because they just ricochet all around the screen, and sooner or later it's going to hit him, isn't it? What was I using? I was using the lowercase r. I'll stick with that for the time being. Okay.
Die, werewolf, die, werewolf, die. Die, werewolf, die, werewolf, die.
Ew.
Die, werewolf, die.
It's nice to be sat right in the middle of the spawn point for the second wave of enemies. Oh god.
Die, werewolf.
Seriously, will you die, werewolf? Could do with some more health. Feel free to dig that up for me. I can't use keys to survive. There's the boss. I will not be fighting the boss just yet. Was there health for sale? I still don't like buying health. I might buy some more blanks though. That, as long as you remember to trigger him, gets you out of a jam, like I think he says about that. So he hasn't got any health for sale.
Die, werewolf. Die, werewolf. Die. Silver. Die.
Also stuck myself in the corner, nor headed for that other corner as well.
Die, werewolf. Die.
Right, let's move away from corners.
Ghost.
Okay, so this should loop round to the other chest room. Don't think I've seen that room before, but wasn't too hard to avoid, although it looked a little close towards the end of it. I started to worry a wee bit.
Silver. Spooky. Blessed. Silver. Spooky. Die, werewolf. Die.
Yeah, that skull thing, if you get to the 5th floor, there's bits that look like that are just permanent hazards in the room. You start plugging away at them thinking they're that enemy that I've just dispatched, and just waste loads of ammo. And I wasn't sure there if it was actually an enemy or a permanent fixture there, so I'm going to try looking for secret rooms here as well. The sides perhaps
Die,
most likely.
werewolf. Die.
No.
Silver.
No, so it's not what's that, the thorn armor, I think it is, armor of thorns. Yeah, so you do more roll damage, but I really do not favour the style of play where you're close enough to roll into enemies at the best times anyway. So right, I think I'm going to buy a few blanks just to try and help get through the boss fight. There must be a secret room somewhere else in this level that I just haven't found, but a bit of a hiding to nothing to actively chase it unless you have, like I said earlier, got the blank bullets. How much do I want to spend here? That ought to be enough. I hope that's enough. What weapons am I going to use? Oh yeah, the ones I talked about earlier, brick breaker and the grenade launcher. See how we get on with those. Chancellor took a good bit of killing there, didn't it? Use a blank there. Oh god, I've done very little damage to it so far. Okay, the 1 hour limit on Share Factory cut off at the exact wrong time, right in the middle of a boss fight, so I've paused it and probably going to completely throw me off my rhythm going back into it, but let's see how we get on. Oh yeah, no, use a blank straight away. Really not doing anything like enough damage to this boss, so the chances are, despite having bought all those blanks to try and rescue myself, probably gonna get dead on this fight anyway. God, it is just hoovering up the ammo and my health. Down to 1 blank, great. I wonder, is it because I've got the piercing rounds that it's... Oh god, get out of that corner. it's stopping them doing as much damage because they're actually going through rather than hitting it. Oh, blank's gone. Okay, yeah. Can try to bring that circle of jammed rounds down against walls as a way of dealing with it. See, they all go away there. Those ones you just have to dodge. Oh, I'm so gonna die on this level. There we are, as predicted. So this little bit of bonus footage for the second video was hardly worth recording, especially if you were hanging on to see what the jeopardy of the first video led to. So maybe I'll try and trim out a few minutes and compress this into a single video if I can work out how to do that. Anyway, yeah, you've got to see a few nice little secret floors on that one and a bit of how the hunter works. So that's the end of the 4 basic characters. I think we'll be moving on to probably the bullet as the next one, which will probably be tomorrow before I actually get that recorded. So again, thanks for your time. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.